Hello coffeeholics, welcome back. Today is another special treat. I am going to show you iced Mexican coffee 3 different ways. One is using cold brew, another is using the espresso shots from my espresso machine back there, and finally using instant coffee. I have already shown you a version using 16 ounces cup. This time it is going to be the large one, 22 ounces or the venti. Let's take a look at the ingredients once again. Cold brew, I steep this for 24 hours using the ratio of 1:10. I use my dark roast coffee beans for this one. And for my espresso, I'm going to use the same coffee beans here. And for the instant coffee, we are going to use Nescafe Gold Crema. I find that this is very smooth, so I'm now a fan of this one. And because this is Mexican coffee, I am going to use cinnamon. This is just to add some spices to it. And this time, I am going to be a little bit more adventurous. And I'm going to add some ground chili. This is what we like in Thailand. And because this is a latte type, I'm going to add also milk. And we're going to top all the drinks with milk foam using this milk, and we're going to use a manual milk frother to foam our milk. I forgot that there's one more other ingredient, which is my chocolate syrup. This is my homemade chocolate syrup. Check out the link above on how to make this delicious chocolate syrup. No cooked chocolate syrup. Now, I prefer making my own homemade chocolate syrup because I find that there is no bitterness in it and I know exactly what goes in there. When I buy off-the-shelf chocolate sauce or chocolate syrup, say for example Da Vinci, somehow the taste of my drink is a little bit bitter and there's something that I cannot quite figure out what's in it, so stick to my homemade chocolate syrup. Let's start by making our milk foam. So I'm using this manual milk frother. Pop this in our icebox and bring it back later. Let's start with our first iced Mexican coffee using 22 ounces cups, 3 ounces of hot water, and to this I am going to add my instant coffee, which is Nescafe Gold Crema, 1 full tablespoon, really strong. Stir to combine. It is perfect, looking really strong and full of crema. There you go. Have a look at that. Okay. And to this, I am going to add 1.5 ounce of my chocolate syrup. That's 4, and we're nearly there to 5 ounces. Okay. And this is your Mexican coffee mix. And to make it Mexican coffee, we are going to add a few shakes of our cinnamon. Wow, smelling so good. And yes, just a little bit of my ground chili. Okay, just very little to give it that kick. Okay, stir to combine. And then I'm going to add 2 ounces of milk of choice, any milk. Okay, there you go. And it is complete. Okay, now let's put it in our 22 ounces glass. Iced Mexican coffee using instant coffee. Now, let's go to the cold brew one. For this, I need my cold brew, I need my homemade chocolate syrup, need cinnamon, and ground chili. Okay, for this, 5 ounces of cold brew, 2 ounces of chocolate syrup to bring it up to 7 ounces. Okay, 7 ounces. Now add a bit of ground chili and few shakes of cinnamon powder. Stir to combine. Wow, this is smelling good. I would like to give it a try at this stage. Wow, I love that kick of the chili there. And so now, time to assemble our drink. Iced Mexican coffee using cold brew. Finally, for our espresso, pull our espresso shot. For our iced Mexican coffee, 3 ounces of espresso, 2 ounces of chocolate syrup, cinnamon, ground chili, and 2 ounces of milk, all into our drink. Okay, start with the chocolate syrup there. Milk of choice. Few shakes of our cinnamon. And less the ground chili. There you go. Stir to combine, mix well, make sure they're very well combined. It is smelling so good and looking really good, dark and rich. Okay, so let's get our cup, 22 ounces there. Top it up with more cinnamon, just a little bit, not too much, or it will be a cinnamon drink. Well, anyway, it is cinnamon drink, and then cover, put the lid on, and that is our espresso iced Mexican coffee. Now we're done with our iced Mexican coffee using 3 different types of coffee. Now this one is instant coffee. Give it a try. Wow. This tastes like a beautiful mocha with cinnamon and that kick of the chili. It just gives you a different burst of flavor here. Something exciting. It just made my drink definitely more exciting. Now this one is the espresso. I love the colors, dark and rich. Wow, very strong coffee with 3 shots of espresso in here, and just a hint of the cinnamon. I could barely taste the chili. I might have put less here, but still I could feel some bursts of flavor in my mouth, and that chocolatey dark roast coffee that I have here complements with the chocolate syrup which we put in here. And finally, cold brew. This time the cold brew looks really good. It doesn't look watery at all. That's because of the additional chocolate syrup as well as, of course, the spices. And very distinctly cold brew. It just somehow, cold brew always feels so cool, so cold, so refreshing. Delicious one too. Okay, so there you go. There's something for everyone depending on the equipment that you have, depending on the coffee that you have, and also the coffee that you prefer, whether it's instant, espresso, or cold brew. Do try these recipes at home or add them in your coffee shops and let me know how they go for you. In the meantime, stay tuned for more of these video tutorials. If you haven't yet got a copy of my book, The Basic Barista, check the description box below for details on how to order. I'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.